When we talk about prayer, many of us think of it as a simple act, a few words spoken to a higher power, a brief moment of reflection, a ritual in times of need. But I challenge you today to see prayer not as a religious obligation or an emotional comfort, but as a profound dynamic force that holds the potential to transform your life and the world around you. Prayer is the vehicle of communication between the Creator and His creation. But it's not just about asking for things. It's about alignment. It's about coming into agreement with the purpose that you were created for and understanding the vast potential within you. Prayer is the power that ignites the destiny that has been placed in you from the beginning. Think about this. If prayer was merely an act of asking, then what would it mean to truly pray? If you only ask for things, then you limit the conversation to your needs. But what if prayer was designed to be more than a transactional exchange? What if prayer was meant to elevate us to a place of insight, wisdom, and authority? The power of prayer is in its purpose. Its purpose to connect you with your divine assignment. Imagine the authority you would walk in if you understood that your words spoken in prayer carry the very weight of the universe. When you pray, you activate spiritual laws that transcend the limits of your natural circumstances. Prayer is not a passive exercise. It's an active participation in the divine will. It is a decision to align yourself with something far greater than your own life, to become a co-creator in your own life. But here's the truth. Understanding the power of prayer means understanding your own role in it. You are not a passive recipient. You are an active participant. You are not begging for favors from a distant force. You are engaging in a partnership with the Creator. A partnership that enables you to fulfill your purpose. The purpose of prayer is to bring you into alignment with the divine order of the universe and allow you to walk in dominion. Think about the stories that have echoed through history. It was through prayer that the impossible became possible. Prayer is what moved mountains, healed the sick, and transformed lives. It wasn't just the prayer itself. It was the faith, the understanding, and the power behind it that caused change. Prayer, when understood and used properly, releases divine authority in the earth. Now, let's talk about the relationship between purpose and prayer. If you don't understand your purpose, then your prayers will be misdirected, because you will pray based on your desires, not on the calling you were created for. Prayer is meant to clarify your purpose, not just fulfill your desires. And when your purpose is aligned with the divine will, you begin to tap into a force that is unstoppable. This is the true power of prayer. Not just asking, but understanding that every prayer you speak is an invitation for the kingdom of heaven to move in your life. The world doesn't change just because you pray. It changes because you pray with understanding. You see, prayer is a law of the universe. And like any law, it requires that you operate according to its principles to access its power. Prayer is a tool to unlock your potential, not just to make requests. When you pray with purpose, you are accessing the very power that created you. Prayer connects you to the power that created the heavens and the earth. When you understand the purpose of prayer, you begin to see that the true power is not in the words you speak, but in the belief behind them. It's not in the quantity of your prayers, but in the quality. The depth of your relationship with the Creator is reflected in the depth of your prayers. And the more you understand your divine purpose, the more powerful your prayers become, because they are no longer based on your circumstances. They are based on the truth of who you are. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly prayed with understanding? When was the last time you allowed prayer to shift your perspective, to move you into a new realm of possibility? Prayer is meant to change you first and then change the world around you. The power of prayer lies not in the change it brings to your situation, but in the transformation it brings to you. In the end, prayer is not just about receiving answers. It is about becoming the answer. And when you understand the purpose and power of prayer, you realize that you don't just speak words into the air. You release the very power that shaped the universe into action. You align yourself with the forces of creation and you step into the fullness of your purpose. You have been equipped with the greatest power on earth, the power to communicate with the Creator. It's time to tap into that power, to understand it fully, and to use it to fulfill your purpose and change the world. Prayer is not just a practice. It is the key to unlocking your divine destiny. Use it wisely, use it purposefully, and watch how the universe shifts in response. Prayer as a divine communication tool. Prayer is more than a ritual. It's a means of connecting with the Creator and aligning with your divine purpose. It's a profound interaction, not just a request for needs, but a pathway to understanding and fulfillment. Prayer is activation of divine authority. Through prayer, you tap into spiritual laws and activate the authority of the universe. It is not passive, but an active participation in God's will, releasing divine power and dominion on earth. The role of purpose in prayer. True prayer connects with your life's purpose. Without understanding your purpose, your prayers will be misguided. But when aligned with your divine calling, your prayers become a powerful force of creation and change. Prayer as a catalyst for transformation. Prayer isn't just about changing your circumstances. It's a tool for personal transformation. When you pray with understanding, you align your life with the greater forces of the universe, changing both you and the world around you. Far behind prayer, the true power of prayer lies not in the words spoken, but in the belief and understanding behind them. The deeper your understanding of your purpose and relationship with the Creator, the more impactful your prayers become. Prayer as the key to unlocking your destiny. Prayer isn't merely about seeking answers. It's about becoming the answer. When you understand the purpose and power of prayer, you tap into the full potential of your divine destiny and shape the world with your faith and authority. Prayer is often viewed as a simple act, a way to ask for help or express gratitude. But at its core, prayer is so much more. It is a profound form of communication between the Creator and His creation. The purpose of prayer is not just to present a list of requests or problems, but to connect with the divine, to establish a relationship with the source of all things. It is through this connection that we can discover our true purpose, our place in the grand design of the universe, and the power that resides within us to fulfill that purpose. When we talk about prayer as a tool for communication, we're not just referring to a one-sided conversation where we ask for blessings or guidance. True prayer goes beyond a transactional exchange of requests. It is an open, ongoing dialogue with the Creator. It is a moment where we align our hearts and minds with the divine will, seeking to understand what we were created for, what our role is in this world, and how we can make the most of the life we've been given. Think of prayer as a means of tuning into the frequency of the universe. Just like you would adjust a radio to catch a particular station, prayer allows you to attune your spirit to the voice of the Creator. This means that prayer is not just about speaking words, but about listening listening for guidance, for wisdom, and for direction. It is an opportunity to become more aware of the divine presence in your life and to receive the instructions and insights you need to navigate the challenges of life. In this way, prayer is not merely a way to communicate needs or desires. Instead, it serves as a bridge, connecting you to a higher source of wisdom and power. It allows you to tap into a wisdom far greater than your own, offering perspective and clarity that you may not find through logic or reason alone. Through prayer, you gain access to the divine insights that enable you to make better decisions, to understand your purpose, and to walk with more confidence and clarity. Furthermore, prayer helps to align our desires with God's will. We often approach prayer with personal wants and needs. But the deeper purpose of prayer is to shift our focus from our limited understanding to the infinite possibilities available in the divine plan. When we pray, we're not simply asking for a change in our circumstances, but we're inviting divine guidance that helps us see the bigger picture, understanding the purpose behind the challenges, the opportunities, and the blessings in our lives. Prayer also provides a space for reflection and spiritual growth. It is a moment to pause, to quiet the mind, and to open the heart to divine wisdom. It is in these quiet moments that we begin to hear the subtle guidance that directs us toward our true purpose. Prayer is not just about asking for solutions. It is about aligning ourselves with the solutions that are already present in the divine order of things. It is a reminder that we are not alone in this journey, that there is a greater power, a higher plan, and a profound purpose behind everything we experience. Through prayer, we also begin to understand the power that resides within us. As we connect with the Creator, we realize that we are not passive beings waiting for circumstances to change. We are co-creators in the divine plan, empowered with the wisdom and strength to transform our lives and the world around us. Prayer is not just about receiving answers. It's about receiving the strength, wisdom, and insight to fulfill the purpose we were created for. It is through this understanding that prayer becomes a transformative force in our lives, one that shapes not only our external circumstances, but also our internal beliefs and attitudes. In essence, prayer is a dynamic and powerful tool that connects us to our Creator and helps us align with our true purpose. It is an invitation to engage in a deep, ongoing relationship with the divine, one that empowers us to walk with confidence and clarity as we fulfill the calling on our lives. Prayer is not just a request for blessings or help. It is a means of aligning ourselves with the source of all things, enabling us to live lives of greater meaning, purpose, and impact. The power of prayer lies in its ability to activate divine authority, transforming not just our lives, but the very circumstances around us. When we engage in prayer, we are not simply making requests or hoping for intervention. We are actively participating in a spiritual process that connects us to the laws of the universe, the forces that govern creation. Prayer in this context becomes a tool of empowerment, a means by which we access a power that transcends the natural world. At its core, prayer is an invitation to align with the divine will, to step into a position of authority. It is through prayer that we are able to tap into a power much greater than ourselves. By communicating with the Creator, we access the very forces that bring about change and transformation. Prayer is not just about speaking words into the air. It is about invoking the very laws of the spiritual realm, which operate with precision and purpose. When we understand that prayer operates according to divine laws, we begin to realize that our words and intentions carry weight and influence far beyond our immediate surroundings. This understanding of prayer as an activation of divine authority is rooted in the concept that we were created in the image of the Creator, endowed with the ability to shape and influence the world around us. As humans, we are not meant to live passively or be subject to the whims of fate. Instead, we are designed to be active participants in the unfolding of our own lives and the world around us. Prayer becomes the means by which we tap into this divine authority, exercising dominion over our circumstances. When we pray with understanding, we realize that our words hold the power to shift the spiritual atmosphere. Prayer is an act of spiritual governance, where we step into our role as co-creators with the Creator, in the same way that the Creator spoke the world into existence. Our prayers, spoken with faith and intention, begin to shape our reality. Prayer empowers us to change not just ourselves, but our environment, our relationships, and our circumstances. We are no longer helpless victims of life's challenges. Through prayer, we gain the authority to influence the outcomes of our lives. This authority is not derived from our own power or abilities, but from the relationship we cultivate through prayer with the Creator. When we understand this, we recognize that prayer is not about our strength or our ability to convince God to act on our behalf. It is about our willingness to align with the divine will and exercise the power that has been entrusted to us. This shift in perspective changes everything about how we approach prayer. Instead of seeing it as a means of asking for things, we begin to see it as a powerful tool that activates the divine authority already within us. The spiritual laws that govern the universe operate with unyielding consistency. Just as the law of gravity is an undeniable force that shapes the physical world, the laws of the spiritual realm shape the outcomes of our prayers. Prayer is the means by which we align ourselves with these laws, allowing divine authority to work through us. It is not about wishing or hoping for change. It is about understanding the power that is at our disposal and using it with intentionality. When prayer activates divine authority, it also brings about alignment with a higher purpose. It is not simply about manipulating circumstances to our own benefit, but about aligning ourselves with the greater plan of the Creator. In this way, prayer becomes a tool for discovering and fulfilling our divine assignment. It is through prayer that we gain the clarity, wisdom, and direction necessary to live in accordance with a higher purpose for which we were created. As we engage in prayer, we must recognize that we are not powerless beings struggling against the tides of life. Through prayer, we are activated into a place of spiritual authority, empowered to create change and transform the world around us. Prayer connects us to a source of infinite wisdom and power. And it is through this connection that we are able to exercise dominion over the challenges we face. In conclusion, prayer is not a passive act of requesting favors from a distant source. It is a powerful tool that activates divine authority within us. Through prayer, we tap into the spiritual laws that govern the universe and align ourselves with the greater plan of the Creator. Prayer empowers us to step into our true role as co-creators, exercising dominion and influence over our lives and the world around us. When we understand this power, we begin to walk in a new level of authority, capable of transforming not only ourselves, but the world itself. The purpose of prayer is deeply intertwined with understanding your divine calling and purpose in life. Prayer is not merely an act of asking for things or expressing gratitude, but rather a powerful tool designed to help you discover and align with the purpose for which you were created. Without this understanding, our prayers may remain superficial, focus more on temporary desires than on fulfilling our higher calling. However, when we approach prayer with an understanding of our purpose, our entire approach to life and to prayer changes dramatically. Prayer serves as a guide that leads us toward the discovery of our true purpose. It is in these moments of deep connection and reflection that we begin to gain clarity on the path we are meant to walk. When we pray, we open ourselves to the wisdom of the Creator, seeking guidance on how to live in alignment with the divine plan for our lives. The power of prayer lies in its ability to reveal this deeper truth to us, showing us what we were born to do and how we can make the most of our lives. Without a clear understanding of our purpose, we may find ourselves praying for things that do not align with our true calling. We might ask for wealth, success, or comfort without realizing that these things, while not inherently bad, may not serve the higher purpose we are meant to fulfill. Prayer is meant to lead us to a place of spiritual awareness, where we begin to see the bigger picture. It helps us to understand that our desires and requests should be aligned with our divine purpose, not just our personal preferences or the fleeting comforts of life. When we pray with purpose, we are asking for the wisdom to know what truly matters and the strength to pursue what aligns with our calling. In this way, prayer becomes a transformative experience. It is through prayer that we begin to see our lives from a new perspective. Instead of focusing on short-term desires or immediate needs, we begin to recognize the long-term significance of our actions and decisions. Prayer brings us into alignment with a higher vision, helping us see the potential impact of our lives beyond just the present moment. It shifts our focus from personal gain to the fulfillment of a greater purpose, where every action we take is infused with meaning and direction. Furthermore, prayer helps us grow spiritually and mentally, preparing us for the challenges and opportunities that come with walking in our purpose. It is not always easy to understand or fulfill our calling, and prayer provides the strength and wisdom necessary to navigate this journey. Through prayer, we gain insight into how we can overcome obstacles and stay committed to our purpose, even when it seems difficult. Prayer empowers us to remain steadfast and focused, knowing that the challenges we face are part of the divine plan, and that we are being equipped with everything we need to fulfill our destiny. Additionally, when we pray with purpose, we open ourselves to divine opportunities and possibilities that we might not have seen before. Often, our limited understanding of what we truly need can cloud our vision. Through prayer, we ask for divine direction and revelation, allowing us to see opportunities that we may have overlooked. Prayer aligns us with divine timing, ensuring that we step into our purpose at the right moment, equipped with the right tools and resources to succeed. The more we pray with an understanding of our divine purpose, the more our desires and actions align with the greater plan for our lives. Our purpose is not separate from us. It is an intrinsic part of who we are. Prayer helps us tap into this deeper understanding of ourselves, awakening us to the truth of our existence. Through this process, we gain clarity, confidence, and peace, knowing that we are not just navigating life aimlessly, but that we are walking a path that has been divinely orchestrated for us. In conclusion, prayer is a critical tool in discovering and aligning with your true purpose. It is through prayer that we gain insight, wisdom, and clarity about why we are here and how we can live in alignment with our divine calling. Without this understanding, our prayers may lack direction or focus, but when we pray with purpose, we tap into a deeper wisdom that guides us toward a life of fulfillment and significance. Prayer is not just about asking for things. It is about seeking to understand and fulfill the divine purpose for which we were created. When we pray with purpose, we unlock the full potential of our lives and step into the destiny that has always been within our reach. Prayer is not just about changing external circumstances. Its true power lies in its ability to change us from within. While many approach prayer with the hope that it will alter their surroundings, heal their relationships, or provide solutions to immediate problems, the most profound transformation that prayer brings is often within the individual. Prayer is an inward journey that reshapes our attitudes, our perspectives, and ultimately our character. When we pray, we are not only seeking divine intervention, but also undergoing a process of spiritual growth and renewal. It is through prayer that we are exposed to our own weaknesses, fears, and limitations. And it is in these moments that we can invite divine strength, wisdom, and guidance into our lives. True transformation starts with the heart, and prayer helps us to align our hearts with the Creator, breaking down barriers that have held us back and filling us with the courage and faith needed to move forward. One of the most important aspects of prayer is its ability to change our internal state. Our external world is often a reflection of our inner world. If we are filled with fear, doubt, and insecurity, these emotions can cloud our judgment and influence our actions. Prayer helps us to confront these negative emotions, offering a space to release them and replace them with faith, hope, and confidence. When we pray, we create an opportunity for healing, not just for the problems we face, but for the parts of us that need restoration. The more we engage in prayer, the more we begin to see ourselves from a divine perspective, recognizing our own potential and value in the eyes of the Creator. This internal transformation doesn't just change our emotions, it shifts our mindset. Prayer has the power to renew our minds and change the way we perceive the world. It challenges the limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that often hold us back. As we pray, we begin to see the possibilities instead of the limitations, the opportunities instead of the obstacles. Our thoughts align with the truth of who we are and who we were created to be. Prayer elevates our thinking, enabling us to see beyond our current situation and tap into a high level of understanding and wisdom. The more we pray, the more we become attuned to the divine guidance that is available to us. Prayer opens our hearts and minds to the will of the Creator, allowing us to discern the right paths and choices in life. As we align ourselves with this divine will, we find that our decisions become more confident and purposeful. We are no longer driven by fear or uncertainty, but by a deep sense of purpose and direction. Prayer provides clarity, not just for what we need to do in the moment, but for how we should approach the journey of life as a whole. Moreover, prayer helps us to cultivate virtues such as patience, gratitude, humility, and compassion. These qualities are essential for personal growth and for fulfilling our greater purpose. It is easy to become frustrated or discouraged when things don't go our way. But prayer encourages us to trust in divine timing and wisdom. It teaches us that the process of becoming who we were meant to be often requires patience. Prayer reminds us that the challenges we face are not barriers but opportunities for growth. Each trial has the potential to refine us, and prayer is the tool that helps us navigate through these challenges with grace and strength. Additionally, prayer helps us develop a deep sense of gratitude. When we pray, we are reminded of all the blessings we have. even in the midst of difficulty. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already possess. This change in focus cultivates a mindset of abundance, where we begin to see the richness in our lives, no matter our circumstances. Gratitude becomes a natural outflow of prayer, and this gratitude in turn leads to a deeper sense of peace and contentment. In conclusion, the true power of prayer lies in its ability to change us from within. Prayer is not just a means to alter external circumstances, but a process that transforms our hearts, minds, and spirits. As we engage in prayer, we open ourselves to the healing and guidance of the Creator, allowing Him to shape our character, renew our minds, and strengthen our resolve. The more we pray, the more we are equipped to handle life's challenges with faith, wisdom, and grace. Prayer is not just about receiving answers. It is about becoming the person we were always meant to be. And through that transformation, our entire life begins to change. The true power of prayer is not found merely in the words we speak or the acts we perform, but in the belief and understanding behind them. Prayer at its core is an expression of faith, a recognition that there is a divine presence that listens, responds, and operates in accordance with spiritual laws. When we pray, we are engaging in a profound act of faith, activating the power that comes from a deep belief in the Creator's authority and the purpose He has for us. The more we understand the true nature of prayer, the more we recognize the immense power it holds. Prayer is not just a routine or a ritual. It is a powerful tool that works because it is grounded in faith and understanding. Without belief in the divine and the laws that govern the spiritual realm, prayer becomes nothing more than empty words. But when we pray with true faith, we align ourselves with a higher power, and that is when the transformative power of prayer is unleashed. This faith goes beyond mere hope or wishful thinking. It is a confident trust that the Creator is actively involved in our lives and that our prayers have the ability to effect change. The power of prayer is linked to the depth of our understanding of it. When we approach prayer with an awareness of its purpose and its potential, we begin to see the world through a different lens. We understand that prayer is not just about asking for material things or seeking temporary relief. It is about tapping into a divine flow of energy that allows us to connect with the Creator, receive guidance, and align ourselves with the spiritual laws that govern the universe. Prayer is the vehicle through which divine power is activated in our lives. And the greater our understanding of this, the more effectively we can use prayer to shape our reality. This understanding also requires us to recognize that prayer is not a one-way communication. It is not simply about asking for things. It is about engaging in a conversation with the Creator, seeking His will and aligning our hearts with His. When we understand this, we begin to realize that prayer is as much about listening as it is about speaking. True prayer opens the heart and mind to the guidance and wisdom that come from the divine. It is through this dialogue that we gain the clarity and direction necessary to navigate life's challenges. Moreover, understanding the power of prayer allows us to recognize that our words have substance and influence in the spiritual realm. Our thoughts, words, and actions are all interconnected with the spiritual laws that govern creation. When we pray with understanding, we speak with intention, and our words carry weight. Every prayer becomes a seed planted in the spiritual soil. And the more we nurture that prayer with faith and belief, the more it grows and comes to fruition. This is why prayer, when done with understanding and faith, is a potent force for transformation, not just for the individual, but for the world at large. The more we understand the power of prayer, the more we begin to see its far-reaching effects. Prayer is not limited to personal requests or concerns. As we grow in our understanding, we realize that prayer can have an impact on the world around us. When we pray with purpose and faith, we are engaging in a spiritual process that transcends our own lives. We are aligning ourselves with the greater good. And the power of our prayers can extend beyond our immediate needs to affect change in our communities, our nations, and even the world. This recognition empowers us to pray boldly, knowing that the power we wield in prayer is not just for personal gain, but for the greater good of all. Additionally, understanding the power of prayer requires us to trust in divine timing. We may not always see immediate results, but that does not mean that our prayers are ineffective. When we understand that prayer operates according to spiritual laws, we begin to trust that there is a higher plan at work, and that the answers to our prayers will come at the right time and in the right way. This trust in divine timing allows us to pray with patience and perseverance, knowing that the Creator is working behind the scenes to bring about His perfect will. In conclusion, the true power of prayer lies not in the mere act of speaking words, but in the belief and understanding that underpins them. Prayer becomes powerful when we approach it with faith, recognizing that it is a divine tool that connects us to the Creator and the spiritual laws that govern the universe. The deeper our understanding of prayer, the more effectively we can use it to transform our lives and the world around us. Through prayer, we activate divine power, align ourselves with the Creator's will, and step into our purpose with confidence and faith. When we understand the power of prayer, it becomes a force that shapes not just our present circumstances, but our entire future. The purpose of prayer goes beyond just personal transformation or change in circumstances. It is also a tool that aligns us with the Creator's ultimate will for our lives and for the world. Prayer serves as a conduit through which we invite divine intervention, direction, and wisdom into our everyday lives. However, its true purpose is not simply about asking for specific outcomes or requesting blessings. It is a way to deepen our connection with the Creator and to understand how we can be co-creators of a better world. Through prayer, we participate in a larger spiritual process, one that moves us beyond our individual desires and connects us to a higher purpose that serves the greater good. When we pray with the awareness that our lives are part of a divine plan, we begin to see prayer as more than just a tool for personal requests. Prayer becomes an opportunity to engage in a higher purpose. It connects us to the Creator's will, allowing us to ask not just for what we want, but for what is in alignment with that larger purpose. When we pray with an understanding of this divine order, we begin to shift our perspective from self-centered desires to a more holistic view of how our lives can contribute to the greater good of humanity and the world. Prayer allows us to engage in a higher level of spiritual governance. We were created in the image of the Creator, endowed with the ability to influence the world around us. Our words and intentions, when expressed through prayer, align us with the divine forces at work in the universe. Prayer, when practiced with purpose and understanding, empowers us to co-create with the Creator, using the wisdom, strength, and guidance we receive through prayer to contribute to positive change in the world. This understanding of prayer as a tool for divine cooperation makes us aware that our personal growth and development have an impact beyond our own lives. They ripple out into the world. affecting those around us, and shaping the collective destiny of humanity. One of the most powerful aspects of prayer is its ability to connect us to divine guidance. When we pray with a sense of purpose, we begin to understand that we are not alone in our journey. Prayer opens the door for the Creator to guide us, to direct our steps, and to help us make decisions that are in alignment with our true purpose. Rather than relying solely on our own understanding, prayer allows us to tap into a higher wisdom, one that surpasses our limited perspective and guides us toward the fulfillment of our destiny. Moreover, prayer is not just about receiving guidance for our own lives. It also positions us to be instruments of change for the world around us. Through prayer, we gain insight into the needs of others, the challenges faced by our communities, and the injustices that persist in the world. As we grow in understanding through prayer, we become more compassionate, more empathetic, and more equipped to serve others. We begin to recognize that our purpose is not just for our own fulfillment, but also to contribute to the well-being of those around us. In this sense, prayer becomes a catalyst for service, driving us to make a difference in the lives of others and in the world. As we align ourselves with the Creator's purpose through prayer, we also discover that we are equipped with the power and resources needed to fulfill that purpose. Prayer reveals the spiritual resources available to us, such as wisdom, strength, and courage, which we can draw upon as we take action in the world. The more we engage in prayer with an understanding of its purpose, the more we become aware of the divine tools we have at our disposal to create positive change. Prayer also strengthens our sense of responsibility. As we pray for the world, for others, and for ourselves, we begin to see that we are not passive participants in life, but active agents of change. Prayer compels us to take responsibility for our actions, our decisions, and our role in the world. It challenges us to live with intention, with purpose, and with a deep awareness of the impact we have on others. The more we engage with prayer, the more we recognize that we are called to be stewards of the world, using our gifts and abilities to create a better future. In conclusion, the purpose of prayer extends far beyond individual needs or desires. It is a powerful tool that aligns us with the divine plan, helping us discover our true purpose and empowering us to contribute to the greater good of the world. Through prayer, we connect to divine wisdom, gain clarity for our journey, and become active participants in the spiritual governance of the world. Prayer not only transforms us, but enables us to transform the world around us, guiding us toward a life of purpose, service, and meaningful impact. It is through prayer that we tap into the power to co-create with the Creator, fulfilling our divine calling and contributing to a better world. In conclusion, the purpose and power of prayer extend far beyond what we often perceive. It is not just about asking for things or seeking temporary relief. It is about engaging in a spiritual process that aligns us with our divine purpose, activates our inner power, and transforms our lives. Prayer serves as a direct connection to the Creator, enabling us to tap into divine wisdom, guidance, and authority, which empowers us to change not only our circumstances, but also ourselves. Through prayer, we find purpose, clarity, and strength to navigate life's challenges, all while being reminded of our higher calling. It is a tool that reshapes our hearts, renews our minds, and transforms our character. Prayer connects us to a higher purpose, aligning our desires with the divine will, and enables us to participate in the co-creation of a better world. It is a divine dialogue where we not only ask but listen. And through this exchange, we find the answers that guide us toward living out our true potential. When we understand the true power of prayer, we realize that it is an act of faith, not just in asking, but in believing and trusting in the divine laws that govern the universe. Prayer has the potential to shift not only our internal state, but the very fabric of reality itself. By tapping into this divine power, we align ourselves with the Creator's purpose for our lives and the world around us. And in doing so, we become agents of change, transformation, and hope. Thus, prayer is not a passive act, but an empowering process that activates divine authority within us. It shapes our lives, our character, and our world, giving us the power to fulfill our purpose and make a lasting impact. As we understand and embrace the true purpose and power of prayer, we step into a new realm of spiritual authority, clarity, and transformation. Becoming the individuals we were always meant to be and contributing to the greater good of humanity.